first of all, thank you so much for chatting. I know that was a tough series. It was a long series. Didn't seem like it was easy for you guys to play. So I guess first of all, talk me through, what happened in your perspective. Why do you feel like you weren't able to clutch that out in the end?
I feel like it's a common mistake players do when they just tunnel vision into something. I mean, for me at least, I feel like I made us lose the icebox because I tunnel visioned into not trusting the round in the end, or kind of feeling like there's too much going on. It felt like there was too many comms, too much stress in my head. And then I started moving away from B. I was like, yeah, my trap will do the work. And then they just came back B, came back B, came back B. It happened time and time again. And I kept getting flanked. It was just, I need to trust a lot more, you know? I think that's what happened. I think I made us lose, but on the other maps, I think it was just unlucky.
I don't think you made your team lose. I don't think actually I've ever seen you make your team lose. Speaking of your team, we got to talk about the usual guild strat of minus Draken plus Draken, and this time, we got minus Yacine plus Yacine. He's come back in. This is one of the probably biggest plot twists, I think, of this year. I was aware that you guys were also supposedly meant to be signing a different player, so talk me through why Yacine was brought back and how all of that went.
So we were in a time period where we had gotten the news that we need to look for another player. And obviously, since there's only LCQ left, people should not sign a player because then franchising comes and whatever next year has to offer. And so we're looking for a stand-in, right? So we ask for a loan, and we find a player that we like.
Mm-hmm.
It was Twiston from Big. We tried to get that loan going, but there was some sort of miscommunication between the org and Riot, it felt, because the loan itself was not allowed. So
Oh.
a few days after we had played with Twiston, we got the news that, oh, you can't actually do this loan. And then we have a day to find a player. And we're writing up this list. They have to be free agents. We're just looking, what can we do? Can we make people terminate their all that kind of stuff, you know? And we ended up on Yassine. So that's that story. It was kind of tight, to be honest, and I wasn't expecting it to happen. It was like, imagine there's a scenario where you have this possible future that's most likely, then you have this one, and then the least most likely. We
Yeah.
ended up here, right
Oh
over
my
here.
gosh.
Uh, so yeah,
Do you know why the loan wasn't allowed? Like, was there an explanation for that?
I think the misunderstanding was that you're only allowed to take an emergency loan, not a loan with a
Okay.
contracted player. So it has to be like either he's very sick or a visa issue if Russ couldn't perform at all, that
Uh
kind
huh.
of thing. And so that's why it was denied. Initially, we thought we could take a loan, and that's where the miscommunication happened. But yeah.
Oh wow. I mean, him coming back in, I guess it's a comfort, right? Most of you guys have played with him for many years at this point. But I do want to ask because I was definitely under the impression that it's going to change the roles for the rest of you guys on your team because obviously the agents that Yassine plays. I think we were expecting maybe just him come in, raise one trick this tournament, and then see if that can carry you somewhere. Why is he playing Jet and Sage? What is going on?
Um. Well, if I had the slightest, no, I'm kidding. The Sage is fine. The Sage is fine. You can just fill it. I mean, Sage is kind of straightforward on Icebox. It's just the walls. Try to plant, dodge every util. It's your job. Go, and you might die, but you might save the round for us. And the jet pick, it's because we had Twiston, right? We were
Mm-hmm.
practicing with him. We had set up a whole game plan, a whole approach to how we wanted to play that map, and so due to time. It was very hard to just slot in something else and then come up with 27 different tactics onto that one. We could have freelanced it, but then again, the percentage would go downwards in terms of how possible it is we would win, right? So
Do you?
obviously,
Yeah, sorry. Go on, carry on.
no, I say obviously we'd go for the jet in that scenario, but yeah.
Do you still stand by that now? You've played an official with those game plans because Yassine is an exceptional Raze player. Raze is also a pretty good agent for something like Haven. Obviously, Icebox probably a little bit troll in that sense. But do you feel like it was a mistake to not just utilize everything that Yassine has been already established with your team?
I feel like that was one of our mistakes. Yes, I do believe that we should have played Raze. I believed it from the very beginning, obviously, but we should not out thoughts when we're trying to plan as a group. It's a group environment. It's fine. I really think that he would have done well had it not been so fast onto him, right? Like everything came so fast, and he had to play Jet, and he's like probably not even touched Jet on that map for forever, and it just felt so new to him. Like in practice, we were doing well, and then suddenly official hits, and then it's kind of like, oh, I'm forgetting the timing, and oh, am I supposed to go now? And it becomes Hey Babariba, but you know, it is what it is. So
I mean, again, like you guys in the lower bracket, you're not out. Lower bracket run, 100% possible for you guys. I think you're probably one of the scariest teams now in that lower bracket. I do also wanted to ask about Leo. What was going through your mind when he won that 1v5 on Haven, and also obviously the 1v4 on Icebox as well? Like when you're watching him, when you guys are all dead, you're just watching him. Like what goes through your mind?
I'm sitting and thinking like I've played with him for so long, dude. I know what's about to happen. I'm just laying back. I'm sitting like this. I'm like, all right, Leo, I'm spectating you. What you got there? Oh, you're last alive? Oh, you got 4 against you? You have a sheriff. Oh, you're gonna walk up C-Long. All right, you do you, man. I just sat, and then I see, damn, and then damn, and then he plays it so well, and I'm like, holy shit. Am I on par with this guy? Sometimes I'm not on par, but this guy's a legend, dude. Yeah, always have to see him play.
Yeah, he's absolutely ridiculous. But I also want to say, obviously, you guys just came back from a LAN event. You had a lot of experience. You got to play international teams. You know, you guys to try out all different things and grow as a team as well. How much do you think that experience has helped you as an individual and you as a team going forward?
For me as an individual, after the OT games we had at LAN, I felt like these games here, I mean, it was tight. It was really tight. And we're playing 3 maps as well. And I did not even bat an eye. I thought we were leading by miles, in my head, because like comparing it to when we were back at LAN, every round just felt like forever. Everything felt like forever. And here at home is just fast. It's kind of fast paced. It feels, but it's still. I built up stamina, I would say, from LAN. And as a team, I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess everyone was still being productive because we were very productive at the LAN, coming with like new ideas and trying to improve the team as a whole. And I think we did the same thing. So we took that with us.
How much of a feeling of unfinished business do you feel when it comes to international tournaments? Obviously, for you, it's been a long time to get there, and now not achieving your goals there, and now having another chance to go to champions. Yeah, how much unfinished business do you think there is?
I think a lot. I mean, you could tell by my face once we were. I mean, I gave it my all that tournament. I really wanted to prove. Like once I got on stage and I saw the environment, I saw how it was, the feeling and everything. I felt like I really belonged. I sat there and was like, damn, I belong, and I played so well, and I was so happy of myself. But since we didn't make it all the way in, losing against FPX, I really put my mouse pad on my head, and I savored the moment. I'll tell you that. That's how much unfinished business I had. I savored the moment. Once we lost against FPX, I was the last guy right there on the scene. I was slowly unplugging my gear so they wouldn't ask me to go because I wanted to savor how the scene looks like because I might not be there again. Honest to God, truth. And then you saw me walk past the analyst desk and I was crying, but I didn't want to look at you. So
Oh yeah, because I did I love you, Sayf, like you're the
yeah.
best. I gave you a little shout when you walked past. I didn't realize it was that you felt kind of that much, but you're definitely gonna make it back there. There's like no way that that's not gonna happen. I don't think you even have to worry about that. Oh my god, my chat! Oh, everyone's giving you a lot of love in my chat, so that's good.
Heart emoji, guys.
Yeah. Last question for you. Thank you very much for the raid, Sliggy. Sliggy, if you have a question for Sayf, let me know before I let him go. But my last question for you is in terms of expectations in this tournament. There's a lot of good teams here. It does feel like LCQ is always quite difficult just because how good the teams are and how much preparation they've had. Do you feel like adding Yacine so late into the game and going through everything you just went through, how much of a hindrance do you think that's going to be for you compared to all of the teams that have had a lot of time to prepare, and also while you were away at LAN, they were all watching you, studying you, countering you, and all this stuff? How much added pressure is that?
I think it's a lot. I think it's a huge hinder for us. I mean, obviously, Yacine coming from VRLs to playing against VCT teams that we're more prepared for because we've met them the whole year, right? Obviously, it's something very new to him, and it's gonna make it harder for us as a team. But we need to just help him hop on the horse with us, kind of. I mean, we just need to get him on the same sync, basically, and it's gonna be hard. I mean, we're not really coming in here on a level playing field. It's probably gonna be an uphill battle. We're carrying 3 backpacks, all of us marching upwards, but it's gonna be fine. We'll try our best. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys have done it before already to qualify for an event. I have full faith you're going to do it again. Thank you so much, Say, for joining me, and we'll see you in the lower bracket in the next round.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, bro. You're the best.